He came every Friday. Same time, same table, same cafe. And he always ordered 2 cups of tea. The waitress had stopped asking questions long ago. People assumed he was waiting for someone. And he was. Her name was Alina, the kind of name that sounded like music when whispered. She used to sit on the other side of the window, that same table across from him. They didn't talk much at first, just exchanged glances, smiles. Silence filled the space between them like soft music. It started in winter. He would come in, take the table by the window, and read. She would sit opposite, sketching people in her notebook, until one day their eyes met and didn't look away. That day, they spoke about nothing at all and everything that mattered. They were not lovers, not officially. They never called it anything. But every Friday, they met, like 2 pages of the same book that finally found each other. One day, she brought an old photograph. It was her and her mother. She said, "My mother used to say, if 2 people share tea on rainy days, their souls bind quietly." And that day, it rained. The tea tasted different. It tasted like beginnings. But beginnings are delicate, and so was she. She had told him, "I'm not someone who stays. I leave before people need me." He laughed softly. "Then I'll never need you?" And she smiled, like someone who didn't believe him, but wanted to. Then came the 7th Friday. She didn't show up. He waited. Hours. The tea turned cold. His heart, colder. No call, no note, no goodbye. Just absence. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into seasons. He kept coming back. Every Friday. Same table. 2 cups of tea. One for him. One for the ghost of what could have been. People changed. Staff rotated. But the table, the window, the ritual, they stayed. He became the man who waited. Not for attention, not for closure. He waited because that's what love sometimes looks like. A quiet promise you keep, even when no one is watching. Years passed. His hair turned gray, his eyes a bit dimmer but still searching the glass, like it could give him back a reflection he'd lost. Then one Friday, something changed. The usual waitress wasn't there. A new girl came, young, curious, unaware of his story. She placed the 2 cups and casually asked, "Sir, will she be joining you today?" He smiled, the kind of smile you give to strangers so they don't ask more. But then, as he reached for the 2nd cup, a hand touched his from across the table. A real hand, delicate, familiar. He looked up, and there she was, Alina, older, softer, but unmistakably her. No words, not yet. She simply said, "Is this seat still mine?" He couldn't speak, only nodded. She took the cup, sipped. Silence returned, and in that silence, forgiveness bloomed. He finally whispered, "Why?" She replied, "Because I was scared you'd need me, and I wasn't ready to be needed." He smiled sadly. "I didn't need you. I just waited." She looked out the window. It was raining again. She whispered, "Then maybe our souls really did bind that day." That was the beginning. Again. Some stories don't need grand endings. They just need a return. And some love stories wait behind cafe windows.